Okay, good day, guys. Welcome. By the way, so now let's do a quick analysis on this Euro USD, GBPUSD, and USDJPY. So you actually need to stick to the end to actually get this analysis properly. So now let's start with our Euro USD. Let's see with our weekly time frame. So for better understanding, take a look at this weekly time frame. Full trend. We are actually on a downward trend. That is one. Second is that our price is below 10 period moving average. This 10 period moving average, this moving average you can see is actually 10. We all can see it now. So once price is below 10 period moving average, there's only one way to actually short, right? We have to actually go bearish. Now let's see it on this recent move. Now I want you to actually see it this weekly time frame. We saw this impulse move here. We had a correction which came to hit our 10 period moving average. Then we had another impulse move. A correction came to our 10 period moving average. So we had another impulse move again. Now spot this. The correction came to our 10 period moving average. So we had another impulse move here. And guess what? If you notice, this impulse move downward actually broke below this lower lows. This was the previous lower low. So price actually broke below it. So so we are still bearish, by the way. And now we add a correction. This correction has come to hit our 10 period moving average again. It's even broke above it a little bit. So what are we expecting? A bearish move. You see, one of the reasons why we actually closed bearish this week, we can see this week, that's one of the reason why we closed bearish last week. And again, we are going to continue to go down on this Euro USD. Now it's this week. For this week, this is the analysis, this candlestick week here. We can see we are kind of a little bit bearish because today is Monday. I'm doing the analysis on Monday, so we would want to see where our price will be moving for the next day, which is on the 20th. Now that is it. Weekly time frame says we should actually short this trade. Let's see on the daily time frame. What does the daily time frame say? We have to zoom it out also. Full trend. We all can see we are bearish on this Euro USD. Let's zoom it in. We all can see we are actually bearish again. Price actually roll up. It's kind of range within this area. We see this was actually a pullback on the weekly time frame. Let's see it this way. This was the pullback area. See the pullback, right? On the daily time frame, it was kind of like a ranging market move. So price roll up, kind of range within this area. So obviously what next? Price actually broke below the support area, right? Once price break below our support area, then the price will actually roll up to test this our support area it's broke out from. So this is why we add this retest movement and we add a drop. So basically now after we are actually going bearish, right? So now price has actually tested our support area and we've had another drop, right? So now this drop, we are having a pullback on the drop. After this pullback on the drop, we are expecting a drop again because this is actually a bearish move, drop, a pullback, which gave us a bullish move, and now we are having a bearish move which will be giving us a drop. So possibly tomorrow we should actually be closing bearish. Reason is that see this week here, kind of close an indecision. We see this just huge week, no candlestick, just huge week. Basically the price actually no fluctuates. It's about to give us that drop. So daily time frame too, we are aiming to actually drop. We should actually draw to take out these lows on the Euro USD. So daily time frame, let's see if we can take out these lows where our price actually reversed from, which is our lowest point for 2022. Now let's see what the 4-hour time frame says. 4-hour time frame is the time frame we actually want to place this trade. So basically 4-hour time frame, we are kind of ranging here. See it here. I've highlighted this eyes here. So basically anytime the price comes to this our resistance area, we tend to see a drop from it. So you all can see price roll up, dropped. We see another roll up again, it's dropped, came to this area again, tested the area, dropped. Once we once broke above our resistance level, but the price came to test it, right? And it actually gave us the bullish move again. So now this is it why we highlighted as our support level. Now the price is now at least our support levels, our resistance level, sorry. So basically let's see if it will actually give us, I think 20 pips. It should be about 28 pips. Little movement upward. After the 28 pips, then we'll be seeing a drop. So basically 4-hour time frame where we'll be placing this trade is an indication that we will be dropping. So possibly the next day we would actually close bearish. So I mean, for this time, you can see that the price is actually ranging within this box which we just highlighted, but I still believe after a 28 pips movement upward, then we should see a drop on this euro USD. So 4 hour time frame, we have to actually short it, and let's see if we go bearish. And now the 1 hour time frame, let's see what it says. Basically, let's highlight it from where it is actually ranging. Let's see it is actually ranging within this area, right? You can actually see it's actually ranging. So basically it is at the highest at this top, so we should be expecting a drop. I think from here to down this bearish, that is about 50 pips. So basically, if you can short it as of recent, it depends on when you are watching it. So if you can short it as at now to give our lows on 1 hour time frame, then you should actually be grabbing 50 pips, which I believe you should actually grab 50 pips. Then after it, then we can continue dropping downward. That should be from this top to our lowest. That should be about 150 pips. So if you can short it as of now to this lowest point on the 1 hour time frame, that would be 50 pips movement would actually grab. The next one we have is our GBPUSD. Let's take a look at it from the weekly time frame. Zoom it out. You can see the movement, which is actually bearish, right? Coupled with the fact that the price is now below the 10-period moving average. So, once price is below the 10-period moving average, we have to actually look to short this. So, I mean, bearish move, we are seeing an impulse move downward, a correction, impulse move downward, a correction. And now price is now below the 10-period moving average. So if you are to see it on this weekly time frame, right, one thing is that the weekly time frame says we are to actually short this trade. So this is now the highs. If you have to zoom it out properly, if you zoom it out, you'll be able to see that this is actually highs and this is the low. You will see that price was actually ranging within this area. See, so price was actually ranging. See, it's zoomed out. Price came to this area. We saw it at this area, reacted here. It also reacted here, and this is our lows, which on the weekly time frame it is ranging, which we can call as our support level. So price came to this our support level, right? So anytime it comes to our support level, then we tend to see it rise up again. But one thing is that this price actually broke below. The reason is that on the fundamental aspects of this USD, you will know that the press release on this increase in interest rates, which means the USD will continue to go bullish, while any other peers relating to it will actually continue to drop. Exactly why we are seeing a drop on this GBP USD. So I mean, if you have to go to the USD index, we're actually bullish and we'll continue to go bullish. Now back to this weekly time frame. See, last week we actually closed bearish, which actually broke below our 10-period moving average, which actually broke our support level. Sorry, it broke the support level, and now we would continue to go bearish. Today, Monday, you can see the price actually went bearish. So basically we would continue to see a bearish move down to this daily time frame. Now this is it on this daily time frame. We would start the analysis from here. So I mean, daily time frame. So I mean, there was an impulse move here, right? We had a correction which came to hit our 10-period moving average. There was an impulse move, then we had a correction. So I mean, when we had this pullback level here, we actually saw it roll up to this previous pullback level. Once the price came to this level, we saw a pullback. Now it's broke below it. Now the price has rolled up to test that level again, and we are seeing another drop again. So we've actually dropped. So I mean, we've actually dropped, and you can see that this movement downward has actually broken below this lower lows, this huge candlestick wick we are seeing here. So the price has broken below it, which means we are still on a bearish move. Let's see some good amount of drop downward, sorry. When you see some good amount of drop downward, then the price can actually come back to test it, right? Exactly what we are aiming. So basically, we are still on to go bearish on this GBP USD. That is to say that we still have to go bearish. The next day, very much likely to close bearish the next day on this daily time frame. Now to actually place this trade, we would roll down to the 4-hour time frame. For the 4-hour time frame, the best time frame to actually place a trade, at least for me. So I mean, we kind of see this use impulse movement upward. Then price actually broke below it. We saw this drop. There was a correction here. We saw this drop, and now we've had this correction. We've gotten this correction. So I mean, the correction is 10-period moving average. What are we expecting this again on this 4-hour time frame? Since it is bearish, another drop again. So basically, a confirmation on our 4-hour time frame that we are also to drop the next day. So we had to go bearish, and let's see what the one so me 4-hour time frame says we should go bearish, and 1-hour time frame it's still bearish, by the way. So the 1-hour time frame is still bearish, except the price actually breaks above this level I've highlighted. I said the price breaks above it, then possibly we might wait for it to actually come down, drop again before we enter the trade to go. So 1-hour time frame, so we are still bearish. And the last one we have here is our USD JPY. We will start it with the weekly time frame as usual. Price movement upward. You all can see it above the 10-period moving average, which means we are bullish, right? And this is an impulse move here. There was a correction we had here. We had another impulse move. We got a correction, and now we've gotten another impulse move. This impulse move highs broke above the previous high. So basically, we are still an uptrend move on USDJPY. So we would still be dropping, but expect it sooner or later we would be having a pullback on this USDJPY. But I don't think we would be having it this week, by the way. So I mean, weekly time frame says we are bullish on the USDJPY. Now this daily time frame, we are to zoom it out, which is actually still bullish, by the way. You all can see it, coupled with the fact that this our price is now above the 10-period moving average. And now this our price, if you have to notice it, we saw this huge movement upward. There was a correction that tested our 10-period moving average, got another impulse movement. Now this movement is actually on our 10-period moving average. So what we would be expecting is another impulse move again. So basically, I still believe we would be going bullish the next day. Because why? Because this was actually a green candle. We actually closed bullish today. Well, probably we would close bullish. Now let's see it this way on our JPY index. Now this is our JPY index says we are bearish, right? So we've actually been having this drop on our JPY index. So as at some point this JPY index actually range. So it came to this our support. We saw it rose up to this resistance. It dropped to our support. It actually rose up to our resistance. So basically, for some time this USD JPY actually range, but after some ranging movements, the price broke below the support area. Notice it broke below our support area. Now after it broke below it, then it came to test it again. So it has actually rolled up to test this our support area. After it, I think we still have some pips more to drop. I think 63 pips, 63 pips bullish move. So once we have that 63 pips bullish move on this JPY index, then we will be having that good amount of drop. So once we are having that good amount of drop, then definitely our USD JPY will actually give us that bullish move. So we still expect a 60 pips bullish move on JPY index before we get the drop. Once the drops comes, then the USD to the JPY will actually go bullish. So to actually place this trade would actually be on the 4-hour time frame. So basically, the 4-hour time frame, we are kind of ranging within this area here, right? And we'll take it as the first lows. We will take it as the second loss. So I mean, once this JPY index is still giving us that bullish move to test that our support area it broke out from, then definitely we should be seeing this USD to the JPY drop to this lows again. Like I said, once this JPY index wants to give us that 60 pips movement upward, then this USD JPY should actually give us that a little bit of drop. Then when that JPY index starts dropping, we would want to see that good amount of drop. Then our USD JPY will actually come to tap this ice, break it, break above it, give us a pullback level and break above, continue to go bullish. Let's see if it will actually take out this highs by tomorrow. So I think within 145.050, let's see if the USD will actually go bullish to take the highs to 145.050, or next tomorrow we actually should actually take the highs of 145.050. So I mean that is the analysis for the day.